Yeah, in this video I want to talk about how creepy Golem from Lord of the Rings is. Like, he's creepy. He's like one of two, maybe three, maybe four main antagonists and villains of the Lord of the Rings franchise. And yet that stingy, bitey spider in the movie is like probably the fifth like antagonist. And Gollum at the end of the Lord of the Rings like is like dead upon like going into that lava like in Mount Doom. I mean, I watched the Lord of the Rings series, and Saruman and Wormtongue, whatever that spider's name is, and Gollum are the main bad guys. And yeah, like Gollum, he is creepy and ugly. I mean, if you put like a Gollum on this side and me on this side, a lot of people are creeped out by Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He's ugly, creepy, and crazy and evil. Whereas I am handsome, charismatic, and less creepy. If you put me and Gollum together, like Gollum is creepy and off-putting and just give major evil creepy freak show vibes. But with me, you get handsome, charismatic, less creepy vibes from me, because by comparison, I'm much better than Gollum from Lord of the Rings, aka Smeagol. Gollum Smeagol is the most creepiest hobbit. Extremely creepy, emaciated, evil, always obsessed with that golden ring, and also being so off-putting. And it's no surprise that an AEW wrestler channeled Gollum from Lord of the Rings as his inspiration for his in-ring persona, but that's for another time. We all know Gollum is so creepy. Like Gollum from Lord of the Rings is so creepy that he's so off-putting, and that by comparison, from me, Gollum is pure evil. Gollum, aka Smeagol, is pure evil and creepy incarnate. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm much more charismatic and likable than that of Gollum. And Gollum pretty much is so creepy and off-putting that I just can't stand seeing seeing him or his creepy face. Like even I get disturbed by seeing Gollum from Lord of the Rings. The freak even makes me uncomfortable just by seeing his face and hearing his voice. Oh my Zeus, that horrible voice. Like that dude and that Golem dude is just creepy. Like, ugh. Just a sight of him, just the sound of his voice. It's all unsettling and nightmare fuel. Like, I had a couple nightmares of Gollum back when I was a kid. He was the only character from Lord of the Rings that scared the absolute crap out of me. Scaring the shit out of me when I was a kid. And I thought to myself that I thought I might have seen him. Like I was creeped out by seeing him. Creeped out by seeing him. But turns out he wasn't even like anywhere near or around me. But it felt so real at the time. And Lord of the Rings, those Lord of the Rings movies was very popular back when I was a kid. And by comparison, like if I was in Lord of the Rings, the movie, combining like Frodo, Samwise Gamgee, Legolas, and Aragorn. Combine those four up, and you get me. Now I would be like a kindred to those four, and a bit of like mischievous like antics of Merry and Pippin, and also like to do like some hijinks from time to time, kind of like Pip and Merry and Pippin, the other two hobbits from the Lord of the Rings. And I like to be helpful and try to like reason with some people, kind of like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. But I don't like how like Gollum like is like creepy as fuck. 'Cause honestly, Gollum creeps me out way more than Sauron, way more than Saruman, way more than Silk Tongue or Silkworm or whatever his name is, and that giant murderous spider, and way more creepy than Mount Doom, and way more creepy than that dragon that was fighting Gandalf. And yeah, and also like whenever I'm like upset or not in the mood, I'm kind of that dwarf from the Harry Potter, not the Harry Potter, but the Lord of the Rings. I think his name is is a Gimji or something like that, like or what have you. Like, I'm not so sure about his name because he was not as memorable as the other main characters of of like like of Lord of the Rings, or his name might be Gimli or something like that. But yeah, like, but also like Frodo and Sam, Legolas, Aragorn, and Gandalf are the 5 most memorable protagonists of the very, very Lord of the Rings movies. Like, they're the big main 5. And at the end of Lord of the Rings, Aragorn said it himself, quote unquote, at the end, when he was crowned king, he said it himself, "My friends, you bow to no one." As King Aragorn and the rest of the kingdom bowed before the 4 hobbits, him and the entire kingdom that he became the king of, bowed before them. They all bowed before Frodo, Sam, Merry, Pippin. The entire kingdom bowed to the 4 of them. And when Frodo got better after getting his finger bitten off by Gollum, he became Frodo, the nine finger hobbit. And let me tell you what, that very scene where Frodo had gotten better and gotten some rest, like the 3 like hobbits, the 3 other hobbits wound up like having like a heartwarming moment with their friend Frodo, and Gandalf, who was once Gandalf the Grey but became Gandalf the White, also laughed. And after that, after the elfin princess married and became queen of one of the kingdoms of Middle Earth, like after marrying Aragorn, Aragorn became king. And Aragorn was one of Frodo's longtime friends and battlefield companions. And with him saying that at the end of the movie, the Fellowship of the Ring, we all know that like when he said it himself, quote unquote again, from Aragorn, "My friends, you bow to no one." As Aragorn, his queen, and the kingdom that he became the king of, bowed before the 4 hobbits And the four hobbits were the main heroes of the entirety of the Lord of the Rings movie. But here's the thing. Gollum was creepy. I was creeped out by him. Ugh. Like Gollum was ultimately creepy and one of the main bad guys. Gollum tried to ambush like Frodo and Sam. But Sam and Frodo managed to like restrain him, and Gollum, all he wanted to do was get that ring, and would have stopped at nothing to get that ring. And when he got that ring, he was pushed into the lava at Mount Doom or something like that, like in Mordor. I mean, I watched like Lord of the Rings. Like, I was a big, like a little bit of a fan of that very series, that very franchise. But other than that, I myself find Gollum to be pretty creepy, to be honest. And the whole trees that were called ants in the movie. I mean, that was a species, like another one of those mythical species or factions in the very movie. And the main bad guys were the orcs. And from what I've been gathering is that the orcs tortured Gollum and just sent Gollum to retrieve the ring that they lost. But Gollum had his own ulterior motives to get the ring for himself. And there are two mystical things from the Lord of the Rings that is dangerous. The Eye of Sauron and the Ring of Sauron. Those are the only two things that are very dangerous. The ring possesses people to do evil, and the Eye of Sauron orb was the one that had extreme evil attached to it. And the Eye of Sauron itself, once the gaze of Mount Doom, or Mount Doom, from around Mordor, like that in of itself, once that fiery eye spots you, you're done. And there's also another faction, the ghost or the undead spirit faction in the movie. Oh yeah. And the dragon that wound up going to war with Gandalf. Gandalf slayed the beast. And yet Gandalf and Saruman were battling it out, and Saruman pretty much was pretty much whipping Gandalf's ass. But after the alleged death of Gandalf the Grey, Gandalf came back as Gandalf the White, and humans, hobbits, and elves, and dwarfs that were in the movie that were fighting alongside each other once more. They were fighting against the orc invasion of Middle Earth. Fighting like a massive orc invasion. And some of the heroes died, but way more orcs and cave trolls died. And that special dagger-based blade that Frodo was carrying was named Sting. And yet, the one thing that prevented Frodo from being killed was that impenetrable, shiny undershirt type of vest that stopped the cave troll from killing Frodo. And yet the stinger of that giant spider could not go through, even though that Frodo was foaming at the mouth upon impact. And yet Gollum left Frodo hanging. And it was up to Samwise Gamgee and up to him to save his best friend from the orcs. And it took a lot of heart and courage for Samwise Gamgee to stay by his best friend Frodo Baggins. That's the ride or die day one loyalty. And yeah. It took Samwise Gamgee to carry Frodo to Mount Doom to finish what Frodo started. Frodo took it upon himself to be the bearer of the ring, to take it to Mount Doom, the very place in Mordor, to throw the ring into the lava, where the Elf King did not do so. But also, it's a shame that Aragorn's brother died. I guess his story came to an end. And also, what have you about basically Frodo finally got to doing the one thing he wanted to do, is get rid of the Ring of Sauron. And when Gollum was dancing around after biting off Frodo's index finger and finally got that ring, that was when it was finally done and over for Gollum. And Gollum kind of creeped me out. The way he laughed and his schizophrenia, that was creepy. Very creepy. But anyways, this have been your host, Jason Deweese Stuff Review. And this has been my Gollum commentary. Bye. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications and share the videos.